an independent analysis of European defense capabilities and strategic policy.
The prevailing narrative surrounding the modernization of the Finnish defense forces often fixates on uniformity, specifically the sleek consistency of transnational procurement programs led by the Common Armored Vehicle System and the Patria 6x6. While the consolidation of the vehicle fleet under this single platform offers undeniable advantages in terms of interoperability with Sweden, Germany, and Latvia, this pursuit of standardization risks obscuring a critical operational reality. The distinct topography of the Finnish archipelago and the logistical imperatives of the comprehensive security model suggest that a homogeneous fleet may not be the most resilient solution for national defense. A systemic analysis indicates that the operational environment requires something different, a high-low mix of capabilities. Here, at the Protolab PMPV, commonly known as Misu, serves not as a competitor to the Patria 6x6, but as an essential asymmetrical counterbalance tailored to specific doctrinal voids. The Patria 6x6 undoubtedly represents the backbone of the mechanized infantry. Its integration into the heavy brigades ensures that frontline units can operate seamlessly within a NATO framework, sharing data and maintenance protocols with allied forces. However, from a systems engineering perspective, reliance on a single, high-technology platform introduces a concentration of risk. The complexity of the Patria system demands a sophisticated logistical tail. Consider a high-intensity conflict scenario where supply lines are degraded. The specialized proprietary components required to keep these vehicles operational could become a bottleneck. This vulnerability is particularly acute for the local defense troops, who operate in dispersed formations, often cut off from centralized support hubs. This is where the design philosophy of the Protolab Misu offers a divergent yet complementary strategic value. Unlike the military-specific architecture of the Patria, the Misu is built upon a foundation of commercial off-the-shelf components, a Sisu truck chassis, axles, and a standard Cummins engine. In a total defense scenario, this technical choice translates into a decentralized sustainment capability. A vehicle that can be repaired by civilian mechanics using parts available in the commercial trucking sector possesses a strategic durability that specialized military hardware often lacks. For reserve units tasked with protecting critical infrastructure deep in the hinterland, the ability to scavenge parts and conduct field repairs without waiting for a NATO standard supply convoy is not merely a convenience. It is a prerequisite for survival. Furthermore, the geographical realities of the Finnish operational theater impose constraints that heavy, standardized platforms struggle to address fully. The southern archipelago and the lake-rich interior present a mobility challenge, where bridges are likely to be the first targets destroyed in a conflict. While the Patria 6x6 has amphibious capabilities, its heavier combat weight and complex propulsion systems can limit its employment in the most treacherous aquatic environments compared to lighter alternatives. The Misu utilizes a monocoque steel hull that is specifically shaped for buoyancy and blast deflection. This allows it to navigate open water and marshlands with a degree of agility that heavier infantry fighting vehicles cannot match. This capability transforms the difficult terrain of the lakeland from a barrier into a maneuver space. It allows light infantry to bypass choke points and maintain operational tempo, even when road infrastructure is compromised. There is also the doctrinal shift towards distributed operations to consider, along with a renewed emphasis on area denial, highlighted by the decision to revisit anti-personnel mine policies. This context further clarifies the need for a blast-resistant transport. The local defense troops are often the ones tasked with laying minefields and conducting ambushes. And these missions expose them to high risks of counter-battery fire and improvised explosive devices. Currently, many of these units rely on unarmored trucks or requisitioned civilian vehicles. In an era of ubiquitous drone surveillance and precision artillery, this practice presents an unacceptable risk profile. The Misu was designed primarily as a mine-resistant, ambush-protected vehicle. Providing this level of protection to engineering and logistics units is not just a matter of force protection. It is a matter of ensuring that the enabling functions of the Army survive long enough to support the combat elements. Financial constraints also play a defining role in this systemic evaluation. Despite recent increases in defense spending to meet the 2% of GDP target, the budget is not infinite. Equipping every mobilized unit with a Patria 6x6 is likely fiscally unviable. The cost differential allows for a procurement strategy where savings realized by purchasing the more economical Misu for rear area roles can be redirected. This ensures resources are available to enhance the lethality of the frontline spearhead units. It reflects a pragmatic allocation of resources. High-cost systems are concentrated where they are most needed. Cost-effective, rugged systems provide mass and resilience elsewhere. It is a recognition that quantity has a quality of its own, particularly when defending a border that stretches over 1,300 kilometers. The industrial implications of maintaining two distinct vehicle lines also merit consideration. While economies of scale favor a single supplier, high reliance on one production line creates a single point of failure. Supporting a secondary manufacturer like Protolab fosters a diverse industrial base. It ensures that domestic production capacity can surge from multiple sources during a crisis. Ultimately, the debate between standardization and specialization is not binary. The operational effectiveness of the Finnish defense forces depends on the successful integration of various layers of capability. The Patria 6x6 provides the technological edge and interoperability required for decisive battle. The Protolab Misu offers the logistical autonomy, amphibious mobility, and cost efficiency needed for protracted territorial defense. A balanced fleet structure acknowledges that while standardization simplifies peacetime management, diversity enhances wartime resilience. And the strength of the defense system lies not in the uniformity of its assets, but in the strategic coherence with which different platforms are employed to mitigate the unique challenges of the Nordic theater.